Fun facts about snow leopard.
Hi friends, snow leopards are one of the most majestic and elusive big cats in the world. Found in the high mountains of Asia, they are built for the cold and spend their lives crossing thousands of kilometers to feed and breed. Let's discover interesting facts about snow leopard.
Because they live in such remote areas, scientists are still learning about their behavior. They are well adapted to their cold environment. Their fur keeps them well insulated in cold weather. It can be 5 centimeters long on their back and sides and almost 12 centimeters long on their belly. High altitude acrobats. Snow leopards live at high altitudes, usually at elevations of 3,000 to 4,500 meters. They prefer steep, broken terrain like cliffs, rocky outcrops, and ravines. Having short forelimbs and long hind legs keep them agile in the steep and rugged environment. They can't roar. Unlike all the big cats, snow leopards can't roar. Snow leopards have a man called, described as a piercing yowl, that's so loud it can be heard over the roar of a river. They are more closely related to tigers than leopards. Despite being called the snow leopard, this big cat is more closely related to the tiger than a leopard. They have natural snowshoes. Snow leopards' wide fur-covered feet act as natural snowshoes, helping distribute their weight over soft snow and protecting them from the cold. They can nearly cover the distance of a marathon in one night. Snow leopards can travel over an incredible 25 miles in a single night. They are well disguised. Snow leopards are really well camouflaged. The long fur and less distinctive markings that seem to change shape with body movement make identifying individual snow leopards difficult compared to other big cats like tigers, leopards, and jaguars, which have more distinctive markings. Long jump champions. The snow leopard would do well in most athletic events, its best potentially being the long jump. Some snow leopards have been known to leap up to 9 meters, 6 times their body length. Snow leopards' tails are 80 to 105 centimeters long. They are often called the ghosts of the mountain because they are so rarely seen and spend most of their lives in solitude. Their thick, massive tails, which shield them from the harsh weather and help maintain balance, are almost as long as their entire body. So just how big is a snow leopard? Most individuals weigh between 60 and 112 pounds, 27 to 54 kilograms, measuring at around 2 feet tall and 4 to 5 feet long, 121 to 154 centimeters. While they are large mammals, this makes them the smallest of the big cat species. Their fur also makes it easier for them to walk and stalk their prey in the snow. In the summertime, they migrate upwards in elevation between 10,000 and 20,000 feet, which puts them far above the tree lines. In the winters, they might move as far down as 4,000 feet. Snow leopards are crepuscular animals, meaning that they are most active at dawn and dusk. Snow leopards generally hunt alone, except for occasional hunting pairs during mating season. Their hunting ranges can cover as little as 20 square miles in places with plenty of prey, or encompass close to 400 square miles where food is harder to come by. Snow leopards average about one big kill every week or two. They are slow eaters, so a successful hunt is likely to last for days. During this time, they are prone to storing their food in snow tunnels. Mating season is from January to March, and the lead-up to snow leopard reproduction can be a drawn-out affair. During this time, both males and females leave scent marks to guide mates into their territory. These brief romances are followed by a gestation period of 3 to 4 months. During this time, females will seek out a sheltered rock crevice for safety during the birthing process, as well as the infancy of the snow leopard babies. Mothers may give birth to up to 5 cubs, but the average number of cubs per pregnancy is 2. Newborn snow leopard cubs only weigh about a pound, are very reliant on their mothers for protection and food. Baby snow leopards don't open their eyes for a week, and they don't walk for 5 weeks. They do develop quickly though. At 2 months they can eat solid food, and by 3 months they are following their mothers around to learn important life skills like hunting. The largest long-term threat to snow leopards may be climate change. Habitat loss and hunting have knocked out approximately 20% of the population in the last decade. But climate change could alter the landscape and weather of snow leopard habitat, and would also create challenges for the prey it relies on for food. In the wild, snow leopards have a life expectancy of around 10 years, but it's not atypical for them to live up to 15 years. In captivity, these big cats can last over 20 years. Their fur habitat consists of rocky and rugged terrain in alpine territories. The rocks and snow provide an excellent background environment for them to hide in. They are stocky but muscular and have short limbs or adaptations for traversing mountainous terrain and hunting their prey. Because of their cold mountainous habitat, they have developed shorter ears for less heat dissipation. They also have wide nostrils to efficiently warm the air as it passes through, increasing the oxygen content of the thin air.
They are not known to be aggressive toward humans, although they will defend their territory and cubs.
Despite the genetic similarities with tigers, snow leopards cannot roar. Instead, they chuff, growl, hiss, mew, and wail. Often described as shy creatures, adults are mostly solitary and are rarely seen out in the open. Adult females tend to stay with their cubs. Unlike other big cats, the snow leopard is a non-aggressive animal that when threatened by another predator may choose to back away, leaving its well-earned kill to be finished by the invader. When they sense human presence, they become nocturnal animals to avoid unnecessary encounters with humans that may be a threat or danger. On average, snow leopards hunt and kill a large prey every 8 to 10 days. Some studies in captivity suggest that snow leopards mate for life, although this behavior has not been confirmed in the wild. Their fur is white and gray with black spots and rosettes throughout the body. The belly tends to be mostly white. As they travel, they scent mark their territory and travel routes, often by scratching themselves on rocks or spraying urine. They can hunt prey up to 3 times their body weight. Although their diet is mostly meat, they do supplement with grasses and twigs. When wild prey are scarce, they might hunt domestic livestock, prompting farmers to kill snow leopards. After leaving their mother, siblings often stay together for a few more months. What do snow leopards eat? Snow leopards are carnivores that actively hunt their prey, although they will also eat carrion at times. Their most common prey is Himalayan blue sheep, and a single meal will keep a snow leopard going for 2 weeks. Other food in a snow leopard's diet may include Siberian ibex, markhor, Himalayan tahr, argali, deer, horse, and camel. When they can't find large prey, snow leopards will also take smaller animals such as voles, mammoths, and pika. What do snow leopards use their tails for? A snow leopard's thick meter-long tail assists with balance, important when cresting narrow ridges, hunting prey on difficult terrain, and negotiating treacherous crevasses. A resting snow leopard can also grab its tail around its body like a scarf for extra warmth. Perhaps, most surprisingly, the reason snow leopards' tails are so thick is because they use them for fat storage to help them get through lean times. Why do snow leopards bite their tails? The simple answer is that scientists don't really know. One theory is that biting their tails help to keep a snow leopard warm in a cold natural environment, but other people think it's just an example of play behavior. Predators. Snow leopards do not have many predators, but they still have some. Their most primary predator is us, humans. We kill them for the beautiful and warm fur, to make our jackets. The other predator are wolves, who target for the cubs. Mostly they are bigger than snow leopards, but sometimes they can't win snow leopards. Snow leopards' predators have different methods of killing them. Wolves and humans hunt for snow leopards for different things. Wolves hunt for cubs, not adults, because they might lose and get eaten. The cubs are the usual target for wolves. Wolves rarely hunt for snow leopards because it's very dangerous. That's the end of my clip. Thanks for watching. See you again.